Oh my God. NBA offseason. This is crazy. I mean, we're kind of mad at Kevin Durant, but now I'm kind of not getting mad at Kevin Durant. Thank you for this offseason. You caused this. You did. The Golden State Warriors have people making moves like checkers when the game is chess. And it's all in. All of our superstars from past are getting older, out of their primes, and it's time to utilize them while they still have something left in the tank. 33-year-old Carmelo Anthony, NBA.com, just reported the story. Kaput, goodbye. No longer New York Knicks, has joined OKC, Russell Westbrook, and PG. Crazy news right now. So, who do they give up for that? Enes Kanter, Doug McDermott, who was a good prospect, and a 2018 second round draft pick. For me, the Knicks just gave it up. They were tired of talking, and they said, forget about it. Go ahead and take Hoodie Melo. We're done. This is way too much work for us. And I do think that was the case. I think that's what happened. I would have loved to see Melo on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I would have loved to see him there. But he's gone. But does that change things for the Oklahoma City Thunder other than them being scoring machines and being fun to watch? Does that get them over the Golden State Warriors hump that they have? Does that make them even the second seed in the West with all the different players that they have currently and all the talent they have in the West? You got to remember Minnesota retooled. Okay? We also got to remember Golden State also kind of retooled. The only team that's kind of the same but is still deadly is the San Antonio Spurs. I don't think that the Chris Paul trade to the Rockets made them any better. I think actually they lost something with that team. They lost something. But now we got Melo here. Hoodie Melo, by the way, working out all summer. He looked great. Still the offensive weapon that we're used to, if not the best offensive weapon in the NBA. Okay, off of a triple threat stance, by the way. Doesn't even need a dribble. And then you add on PG, who now should be fully recovered from his horrific injury in the Olympic Games. His leg will be totally back. This is not an ACL. I think he can come back. When it's broken, that means it comes back stronger. So I think we'll see some of that leaping ability come back into fruition. The only issue we're going to have, let's talk about it. You got Paul George, you got Carmelo Anthony, and Russell Westbrook on the same darn team. Luckily, when you look at their roster, you know there's not that many folks that can score. So this may work well. But what do you lose when you lose Enes Kanter? What happens with Dougie D? Dougie McDermott had potential. He still does. I think, and I hate to compare them because of race, but Gordon Hayward he could be that type of guy in time. Incredible scorer. Great at the spot up 3-point shot. Now they don't really have that, but Melo can play that role. He's a clutch 3-point shooter. They got 3 guys that can close, and it leaves them in a better spot than they were with Durant. Sorry. Carmelo and Paul George trump Durant's leave. So if they were to get those two in place of Durant, that would have been a great move in the year that Durant left, and it looks like that's what they got now. So they're kind of in the same boat they were before, just a little bit better. Let's look at the rosters. Let's see what they can do and also what they lose. So losing Doug McDermott, who didn't really gel yet with the team, was one thing. Last year he put up some good numbers, but really didn't get acclimated to the system. A brand new start for him, 8 points a game. 2 rebounds. Critical is the 3-point percentage, and 3-point percentage in the postseason was amazing. Even though he didn't play too much, 53%, 40% during the season. So that's something we got to think about. How do you replace that? And the next thing is, let's chop over to Mr. Enes Kanter. This is a big loss for them. I don't know how they replace this. In the playoffs, he was a misnomer because of the speed of the Warriors. But in the regular season, to even get him into the playoffs, 12-7. All right, I'm rounding up and rounding really high up for the 11.3. But 12-7 a game. That's going to be difficult to replace. Who did they get in his stay, and what do you think? Why did this trade happen? Pat Patterson was just brought over. Okay, so he can definitely reproduce at least a point percentage. I don't know about the rebounds. Dakari Johnson is developing. I'm not sure of him yet. Daniel Hamilton is another rookie that came in, but they got Jeremy Grant and Pat. And Jeremy is an incredible player that can play, I'd say, 3 positions on the floor. Small forward, power forward, or center. He's that much of an athlete. This gives Jeremy an opportunity. Okay? With Kanter gone, there's an opportunity for minutes if they don't pull anyone in. And I'm going to go to the free agent list to show you what they can pull in. Losing the 2018 pick, second round, I don't think there's much there. All right, it was a wash. And all the Knicks came out the losers. Look at their roster now. They did bring in, knowing that Carmelo was going to go, Mike Beasley. Gives him, I think this is his last shot to become something in the NBA, more significant than a role player. I still believe in the kid. If he can get in shape this summer and no injuries, this is his best opportunity to be able to score the ball at will, what he does so well. Be a poor man's Carmelo Anthony, and I think he can do that. Good jump shot, smooth player. Porzingis moves into the star role. It's now his team. Enes Kanter comes into the power forward spot. So I like that lineup. Porzingis, Kanter, and Beasley. Then you got Timmy at the 2. And that's going to be a difficult one. Who's going to play the 2? Is it Courtney or is it Timmy? And then at the 1 is where they're trying to figure out where they go. They got Ron Baker, who had a good season. They just drafted Frankie Nikitina. Xavier Rethan Mays was not a bad player in college. They've also brought in Raymond Sessions. They're bringing on guys that I don't think they really need. You got, steady point guards. Noah now is going to have to go, but no one wants the contract. Quinn is a good backup. They're solid. I mean, low-end solid. I don't think they're going to win anything, but they have enough to make some noise. Jared Jack's there as well. So they have point guard support. But these are just, mid-tier players. There's just Porzingis, possibly Beasley on some nights to be the all-stars, and that's not enough in this league. But they should be fun to watch. So interesting to see that spread out, and I'm going to go into who they should get, as well as who do the Thunder need. When looking at the roster, you lost some offensive rebounding with Kanter, okay, and then Dakari Johnson's a little bit slower, even though he did a very good job in the D League. We want to have that back up there, and I think Dakari's best fit is still in the D League at this point. Let's go into the tracker and see who's available. Chris Anderson injured last year. I don't know if he'll make it back, but that's a good pickup. Matt Barnes is somebody I would look at. Brandon Bass, nice pickup there. 8-8 again. Let me just sort by rebounding, because that's what the real need is. Spencer Hawes averaged 5 or 6 a game. And I think he was with Oklahoma City at some point. Jordan Hill is one that I really like. Still young, 29. So is Spencer. So those two would be pieces that I would look to pick up to make up for the rebounding loss. And then at the point guard position for Oklahoma City, there's an array of point guards available. Brandon. There's also Randy Foye. And then one interesting pick that I think they should look into is Monte Ellis or Boris Diaw. Those are 2 big picks that I think would help them get over the bench issues that they've had in the past. Actually, Randy and Monte Randy and where's the other guy? I apologize. And Hawes or Jordan Hill. Those are two guys that I would look to. So big pause there. Apologize, but I think those four can do some damage. You got Terrence Jones as a risk reward. Donatas Monteulis, okay, that's another one. He had star potential. He's still only 26 years old. He was really in the wrong situation there. There's a lot of options here. Louis Scola, so many options. Derek Williams is unsigned after that great little touch season he had with Cleveland. 8 points a game, 4 rebounds in the limited minutes that he had, and he's not picked up. I'm confused. Chris Humphreys, I am confused again. Why was he not re-picked up? As well as Jordan Hill, right? For me to even mention him there, he had a very good season with the Lakers a couple years back, and he can fit that plug-in hybrid power forward small center role in the future. So in all, exciting times. I was going on a tangent a bit, talking a little bit about the player scenarios. I think the Knicks lose definitely. The Oklahoma City have a lot of options, even if they lose some of their bench power. I think Kyle and Doug equal themselves out, hence why there was no concern. But they're definitely better role players they can bring onto this team to make it the difference or make them better. And we just have to go out and find them. So, amazing times. Off Work Sports signing off. Peace.